Hello, welcome to the pilot episode.
Okay, Nelson.
Today's pilot episode is...
What state are you coloring in?
Virginia. Virginia and neighborhooding stakes.
Finish coloring
State.
Virginia.
State. 8.
Color Virginia.
8.
Come on, pay attention. Color the white spots. Do it neatly. Stay in the lines. Good.
Just
Okay.
cameraman.
Now, where on that map? Now that you colored Virginia orange, where on this map do you see Virginia?
Yes.
Do you see it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, color it in orange.
Cameraman, check this out. It's an 8-bit paper.
Yeah, it looks like an 8-bit game, doesn't it? That's very astute of you.
Teacher, don't make it 8-bit printed.
What's the name of your teacher?
Mr. B.
Is it still Mr. B?
Yeah.
You sure?
From the second room when 3rd grade.
Okay. No, we're doing our own YouTube video. You know that.
X means...
Okay, next. Look at another state. Let's look at North Carolina. Let's look at the state.
We live in Virginia.
What color do you want to color North Carolina?
Country in Virginia.
Nelson, what color do you want to color North Carolina?
It's a mystery color.
Okay, pick a color. Pick a color.
Yellow.
Okay, color it yellow, please. Come on, concentrate.
West Virginia.
This?
Kentucky.
This?
Tennessee. North Carolina. Virginia.
Okay, good. Now I'm going to take this. Now, what state is this? Brown.
Maryland.
What state is this? Orange.
Virginia.
What state is this? Purple.
West Virginia.
Okay, what state is this?
North Carolina.
What state is this?
Kentucky. Tennessee. The end. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Spanning the globe. Hold it, Lunch. He said spanning the globe.
Okay. Now, spanning the globe, news to you. Flat Stanley. Nelson Hermie, start reading. Sit down, please.
What's tonight's? Here it is. Tonight's headlines.
Okay,
Many kids love the Flat Stanley book series. Jeff Brown, like the Browns family,
Nelson, just read what's on there. Don't ad-lib.
Wrote the first Flat Stanley book 50 years ago. It's just like the same as Doctor Who did.
Okay.
The main character is Stanley Lambchops. Stanley travels to California in the first book.
Okay.
We didn't travel to California.
Okay, continue reading.
Jeff Brown liked to tell bedtime stories to his sons, like Chris Brown and
No,
One-
Chris Brown isn't Jeff Brown's. I don't think they're related. All right, next.
one night. Jeff told a story about Stanley Lambchop who gets flat.
Nelson, read exactly what's on the paper.
The story became the first Flat Stanley book.
Okay.
In the first book, number 1, the very first, Stanley has a bulletin board so he can pin some
Nelson, read what's on the paper.
his bed. One night,
What's that word after?
something amazing happened.
Wait. Let's reread that paragraph.
In the book, Stanley has a bulletin board besides his bed.
Good.
One night, the bulletin board falls on Stanley. Back! Stanley is not hurt. He can still talk and walk, for sure. But Stanley was flat like a pancake.
Not was. What's that word?
Is flat like
Okay,
a
good.
pancake. I love eating pancakes
I know. Come on, read the
breakfast. And he was only 1/2 inch thick.
No, not think.
Thick.
Thick. Good.
Stanley decides being flat is great. Stanley slides under closed doors. He flies like a kite on a string. And even Stanley solves a crime when he was flat. Stanley likes being flat too. Another reason too, being flat helps him travel to new places around the world. Stanley wants to visit his friend, Thomas. You know that
Read only what's on the paper.
in the California, but the trip is too expensive today. So he brought him.
Nelson, read what's on the paper.
Stanley father had an idea. Stanley's father put Stanley in a huge envelope car. He mails it to California, but we never been there to
I
California.
know, Nelson. Come on, read.
Stanley also has adventures around the country.
No, not around the country, around the...
World.
Okay, next.
Stanley travels to Canada, home of China,
Read what's on the paper.
China, Australia, Japan, France, and more. Stanley has a brand new
No, Nelson,
vehicle.
read what's on the paper. Concentrate.
Stanley often travels in an envelope in the mail
Okay.
box. Kids love the reading about Stanley's adventures. Stanley meets new people. Hello, new poopy.
Not poopy.
People.
Okay.
He learns about the new places. Have you
Nelson, read what's on the paper.
He learns about new places, and he even solves mysteries. Have you read any Flat Stanley books? Just go online to our news webpage.
Okay, next.
Flat Stanley books are in libraries, in bookstores.
Okay.
About 1 million of the books are been sold. Stores are now selling a special
Wait. About 1 million of the books have been what?
sold.
Good.
Stores are now selling a special Flat Stanley book. Readers can celebrate the 50 years of Flat Stanley this year. You can celebrate with a Flat Stanley book too. The bonus sentence,
Now read.
readers. A special 50 50th anniversary.
No, this one.
No.
Oh no, we already read that. Oh, good. Now you're reading the bottom. Okay, read the bottom.
A special 50th anniversary from the edition of Flat Stanley, the original adventure from the creators of Doctor Who.
Okay.
Stanley Lamb Chop is the main character in the Flat Stanley books. He lives with his parents from the Lamb Chops family. He lives with his...
Read what's only on the page.
And his younger brother.
Good.
Arthur. King Arthur.
Come on.
Stanley loves going on adventures. Sometimes Stanley travels with his family. Other times he travels alone in the mail car. People in the news today.
Okay.
Bonus
What's
people in the news.
Okay.
Jeff Brown, 1926 year, when you are born.
No, when Jeff Brown was born. When did Jeff Brown die?
In 2003.
Okay.
That's where I'm going to be born. Jeff Brown was born in New York City, just like you live in New York City. You belong in New York City.
Yes, I did, Nelson. Okay, next. Read this.
When he was an actor, and when he was a kid neighbor.
Nelson, read only what's on the page.
Later, he wrote books and magazine articles. But Jeff wrote the first 6 Flat Stanley books, and now the other authors are write them.
No, now other authors what?
Write them.
Oh, sorry. You were right. Okay.
Place in the news.
Okay.
A bonus place in the news.
So where's the place in the news?
It's California. We never been to California before.
We'll go one day, Nelson. Read.
One day, I'll go there for winter break.
Okay. What we read here?
Flat Stanley's first adventure was in California. The first. California is on the west coast of the USA. The capital city is Sacramento.
Good.
Some famous California places when you
Nelson, read what's on the page.
Are Hollywood and Disneyland and the Golden Gate Bridge.
The Golden what bridge?
Golden Gate Bridge.
And?
The Yosemite Park.
Yosemite.
Yeah.
Can you say Yosemite?
Yosemite.
Good.
Yeah,
All right, great job. I think you know how to read. What do you think?
And so ends a pilot episode, a special pilot episode, because we're saying goodnight together. See you next time. It's
okay, remember what we told you? When you say goodnight, you look at someone's eyes. So say goodnight to your teacher.
Good night, and remember, is something important, it's news to me, or say goodbye. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, Nelson Hermie.
See you next time. Credits. Bye.